Well, all right. Welcome to Walt's World NBA Talk on a Friday. Yes, yes, yes. We had a heck of a game last night. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the two games that are going to be played tonight. And I got the All-American Walter Luckett. What's happening, my brother?
Good afternoon. I tell you, like I said, NBA is fantastic. It's getting better and better every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. So last night, what happened? The Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, 104-89. Milwaukee got it. What was your perspective on the game, Walt?
Well, the Greek freak really freaked. He did a wonderful job. He destroyed them down low. I don't think he took 1 3 last night.
I think
All his
one.
offense was penetration to the basket, and it worked. And as you know, like we always said, a power forward or a power center needs to be a power forward, a power center. Down low, he destroyed him.
So 30 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists. You got Chris Middleton again showed up, 38 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. Oh man, that's a heck of a stat sheet right there. PJ Tucker only 3 points, but he had to guard KD, man. You know what I mean? But all the way around, I think that explain this to me. I just want to know from your perspective, right?
Yes, sir.
I know that you're trying to dare this guy to take a shot from the outside because he is a beast inside. Now he's not going down there posting anybody up. He's standing around the 3-point line or a little closer, and everybody's backing off of him. So this guy takes off like a rocket straight at them, right? And they keep doing that. He keeps doing that over and over again, and they don't get it yet. Look, you got to guard them like you guard everybody else. Now, your defense has got to be set up so that when he gets past that first person, you got somebody waiting. You can, and look, during the season, a lot of teams had the famous blockade, right?
Yes, yes.
When they had everybody, 3 guys across the lane, and you couldn't get in whenever people tried that. Now, what's interesting is no one has tried it in the playoffs. So tell me what you think about that.
Well, first of all, I when you really think about it, my answer is D'Antoni and Nash.
Okay.
I mean, after the guy made 5 drives, you think the light would come on and say, you know what, we need to block the middle or double team him and let him get rid of the ball. You got a 7-footer playing guard. You trap him. You double team him so you get the ball out of his hand. Secondly, going back to Middleton, even he went to the basket. There was no defense at all. And see, that to me is coaching. You got to make those adjustments. And more important, just think about it. Middleton dropped 38 points. Harding must have been hurt, obviously, because he's a better defensive player than that. And he played a lot of minutes. I think he played, 40 minutes?
Yes.
So where was the defense with Middleton? Because really, he's another one. You put a little pressure on him, you put a little body on him, and it kind of alters his shot. He was having a field day, and plus he's perfect on the foul line. There was nobody at the guard spot to play him. And another thing too, where was Blake Griffin? Okay,
31 minutes.
He's
6
6
rebounds, 12 points.
But what about the defense? Come on. And Green. I know he's hurt, and he plays on and off. There was no defense, and I don't know how you let a 7-footer just come up the middle anytime he wants without even putting a body on him.
Well, let me say this, and you know this, right? Like, you got to be a very special player and a very special team that when your offense is off, you still play defense.
That's right. Do,
right? Because it's a head thing, right? But it's a coaching thing, which is what you talked about, you talked about earlier, right? I mean, I think that they figured it out, but it seems like every time they figure it out, they go back to what they were doing before that wasn't working. So, I mean, look, no question, Joe Harris has got to stand up, all right? During the season, he was a beast, right? Now, I got to say this, right? Like, people like him, Landry Shamet, he only scored 2 points. Bruce Brown, he only scored 3 points.
And
Guys
where was
like
Claxton? Where was Claxton? I mean, he's a heck of a defensive player. Where was
did
he at?
did
What
not
about
play.
Jordan? What about Jordan? I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't
exactly.
utilize his muscle.
Did not play them, and so the reality of it all is that this is real interesting, man, because like, how did they win the last game? They won the last game because they were running their offense, right? So
Exactly.
the ball was going around the horn. You had Harden playing like a decoy. Even though Harden this particular game was not just a decoy because he started to try to go to the basket, and
Right.
I got a couple of 3-point shots. So okay, however, right from the beginning of the game, they kept on trying to get the ball at KD every play.
Yeah, he was actually, he shot himself tired.
Every play. Now,
And plus he had Tucker on him, which was, interesting. I don't know if you saw prior to the there was a commercial where him and Tucker were talking.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that move because seems like Tucker gets in his head, and Tucker kind of, he's not afraid of him.
No.
It seems like Durant was really pushing it a little bit. But getting back to DeAndre Jordan and Blake and Claxton, even though they're a great offensive team, to your point, Juan, if you don't start playing defense at this level of play, you're going to lose.
You're not going to win.
You're not going to win. There was no defense. It was non-existent. And it was very frustrating, too, because after a while, it got boring seeing him go up the middle and just dropping in the basket.
And I mean, to me, it was funny to me because of the fact that it's like he would go back and like he would shoot out of a cannon. I never seen nothing like it. You know what I mean? I mean, because look, back in the day when the brothers was playing, and somebody was doing that, number one, I'm up on you. You had to get by me. Now, in the process of getting by me, you're not going to be able to get that head start like you running track or something. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it, right? And it kept on happening over and over again. I'm like, how come somebody don't push up on this dude, at least make him go to the left or right? That's gonna slow him down, right?
And my question to you is, do you think that would have happened with Anthony Mason or Oakley?
Of course not. But the reality of it all is this. Look, the team has been, wishy-washy off season, even though they had a good year, right? And the other part of all of this, bro, is what? These guys were used to playing without Kevin Durant, without James Harden, and now that they're playing, they don't know how to play with them.
Well, I have a solution.
They don't know how to play with them.
I have a big solution. At the end of the year, I hope D'Antoni gets another job,
so he can get out of there.
He can get out of there because that team has too much potential. I hope somebody picks him. Maybe New Orleans. That's where he needs to be, and let somebody like Mark Jackson or Chauncey Billups. Have somebody in there that really knows how to play defense and is from the neighborhood as well.
So let me ask you a question now. So who you picking in the 7th game?
Ooh, I hope that the Nets figure it out. If they don't start looking at the bench, they can lose. So here's my answer.
Yes.
If they utilize the guys off the bench, they can win. They need to get the bigs in there to block that middle up, because I'm telling you right now, the Greek Freak figured it out. I'm going to keep driving to the hoop until you stop me. And also, he's even getting better on the foul line. So you're giving him too many attempts on the foul line. So if the defense improves with the Nets, they can win. Other than that, I'm going with the Bucks.
So what's the answer?
I don't think they're going to figure it out, but I still think at home I'm going to go with the Nets.
Or you going with the Nets? Okay.
Because I got to believe that Kevin Durant. He's a phenom. There's no question about it. He had no help. He had no help at all from the offensive. So I got to believe Harris got to do a little better scoring. I hope Blake Griffin comes from Detroit and gets back to the Brooklyn, because I think he could do a better job. So I'm going to go with the Nets for home. I'm going to give him 10 points for being at home.
Yeah, well, I got to go with the Nets just because I'm from Brooklyn. So that's it. So, so tonight we're talking about the big one. 76ers and the Hawks at 7:30. Oh my goodness, huh?
That's a tough one,
huh?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, they're in Atlanta, right?
they're in Atlanta, man.
Now let's think about this one. What's Atlanta's record at home? Think about it. They don't lose that often at home.
No, They got all the New Yorkers there, man, rooting for the Hawks.
But I'm talking about their home court
Exactly.
scores. I'm going with Atlanta.
Yeah, you're going with Atlanta. Yeah, I'm going with. I mean, I'm rooting for Atlanta just because, you know, if Atlanta beats 76ers, I'm gonna feel better about my Knicks losing to the Hawks, right? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm rolling with, you know, and I really do believe that kid Trey, you know, I think he could lead them to the, you know, to the promised land. At least I'm talking about in the you know, in the Eastern Division, you know. But that's the name of that tune. So now the other game is at 10 o'clock. Jazz and the Clippers, and Lord and behold, the Clippers are up 3-2. Oh my goodness, what do you think, bro?
Man, I tell you, that's going to be a tough one. You know, they're playing in what? They're going back to Utah. Is that correct?
No, they're playing. They're playing at the Clippers. They're playing in LA.
They're going to go. They're going to go 7 games. So tonight, I'm going to go with LA, but it's going to go 7. There's no question in my mind.
Okay.
I think they're going to go 7, and if they go 7, I'm going to go with Utah because they're a better team. You can't beat them with 2 guards. I mean, right now, you know, also, and I want Ty to win. I want Lou to win. But right now, I mean, if you play a Utah 7-game series, it's tough to get out of there because just like their record at home is really remarkable, just like Atlanta. So right now, I think the teams that are going to win and end up in the finals are the teams that have the home court advantages over throughout the season. So, you know, because believe it or not, playing at home is a luxury.
So you think that the Jazz are going to win 2 games in a row?
I think it's doable. Yes, I think it's doable.
Okay.
I think it's doable because I'll tell you why. Paul George, unless PG is a, you know, comes out and drops 50 again, which I think is going to be hard because one thing that I do give Utah credit for, they're a pretty good defensive team. They play good team defense.
Yes.
And plus they got Juan. They're 7 and 8 strong.
Right. Exactly.
You know, they got a better bench. Where's the Clippers going to get their scoring from?
Well, let me say this. You know, we started off, you know, with Utah. You know, we thought,
yes,
these dudes are they're the beast, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still feeling Utah. I am. Yeah. I'm just surprised they down 3-2. Really. At this stage of the game, I thought that Utah would be up 3-2. All right. You know, they let too many games get away. I mean, that's real.
And I'm with you. I mean, the only reason why I'm saying Utah because I think they're a better team, Juan.
Yes.
You know, that's the only reason. That's my only decision making. They're a better ball club.
I agree with that. And, you know, in the return of the big man, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, the big men in the league, you know, hang around for the finals. You know what I mean? The old school, two big dudes duking it out down there in the, you know, at the bottom of the lane, brother.
You can't get around that. You can't get around that. That's why I'm concerned about the Nets. I just want them to get those bigs off the bench and get them out playing because guess what? You know who's surging as well, too, even though I think they're not going to make it. Look at Dwight Howard. He seemed like he rebirthed Dwight Howard.
Hey, yesterday, they had no bigs.
I know.
At all. I'm like, the biggest guy was Kevin Durant, but he's playing guard.
yeah. That's another thing. Oh, man. I think, you know, I love Kevin Durant. I think he's a phenom. I think he's the best in the business right now. But don't you think 44 minutes of doing all the shooting, all the dribbling, you know, every shot, nobody takes a shot unless he blesses it. You can't win ball games like that, Juan.
Look, every time he got the ball, he tried to do whatever he's gonna do. And okay, sometimes he scored. When he didn't score, he would pass it back to the dudes, and it's only 5 seconds left. So now
you're right.
So now they gotta go 1-on-1 with 5 seconds left.
And make a bad shot.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is that like at no time, I was watching this. At no time in the game did anybody get the pass first, and they went and they did their thing.
No ball moving at all. It was Kevin Durant. And see why you know what? And you better believe this next game, they're gonna get physical with him too.
Oh yeah.
So by having the ball all the time and getting knocked around, he's gonna get tired by the fourth quarter. You know,
and you know what's look, man, and the best way to score is not 1-on-1. You know, it's when you got the defense moving and you get the ball and you got that guy moving, trying to come to you right? That's when you can either go by him or you can step back and hit that three, right? But if you don't move the ball around, now I got to get rid of this guy on my own with my one-on-one moves. You know, look, man, this is still the NBA. Cats can still play defense. You know what I mean? It's not.
And
not
to
like
your
you play
point,
in
and
high
to your
school.
point, yeah, and to your point, Juan, with the defense, let's face it. If Kevin Durant does not play, if his threes aren't working, they don't have a chance because Utah is a good defensive team. And down low, Rudy, he alters every shot that comes near him.
Yeah.
So he bet. I mean, I'm sorry. What's the gentleman's name?
For who?
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He's got to figure out who's going to be the second option. Bottom line.
Yeah, no question. All right, bro. We'll enjoy the games tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get together again tomorrow and review these two games tonight. It's going to be extremely exciting, of course. You know, late game. I'm going to try to stay awake.
Well, I'm telling you that don't forget about the best guards. I know you're trying to shy away from that big fella.
Yeah,
I still have my list for you.
You already got your list?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna work on my list, you know, but I'm gonna have to peek at yours to see what you're talking about. All right, brother. Have a great evening, man. We'll talk tomorrow. All right.
Take care. God bless now.
There you go, man. Walt'S World right here, man. We doing our thing. Juan Castillo and Walter Luckett, the All-American.